You can see the emotion, you can see the power, you can see, they really want to do it. So it's great to see it. That it's not only they're playing game with the smartphones or iPads. That they really want to they really want to spend the time on the ocean. The 10 days without the proper kitchen or without the proper food. So it's perfect. It was perfect work. They were working together, like a one team. It's perfect to see it.
This is the Sailing World on Water, January 28, 2022. These are highlights in the sport of sailing in the last 7 days. The Volvo 70 I Love Poland finished the RORC Transatlantic Race in an elapsed time of 10 days 11 hours 12 minutes and 50 seconds. Skippered by Grzegorz Baranowski, the team is composed of young talented Polish sailors. Comanche, skippered by Mitch Booth, has won all the records it can in the RORC Transat. Its Russian owners and international crew pushed hard and crashed the elapsed time taken. The 2022 Red Pumps 13 feet and 16 feet Skiff Australian Championship was held at the Belmont 16-foot Skiff Club. Here is the B-roll from the boat park. Tala has won IRC Zero, completing the course in an elapsed time of 11 days 10 hours 13 minutes and 9 seconds. Tala is also ranked second overall, just over an hour behind the mighty Comanche after IRC time correction. Meet the crews and sailors in the Red Pumps 13 feet and 16 feet Skiff Australian Championship. British Vendée Globe sailor Pip Hare is in full swing reading her 2024 entry, Medallia. The boat is going through its winter refit in Gosport. The pressure was up at the 2022 Red Pumps 13 feet and 16 feet Skiff Australian Championship, and the crews were getting some water time. The final race of the series comes next Sunday, January 30th on Sydney Harbour, when the 21-boat fleet lines up to determine the champion, and only 1 point separates the two teams at the top of the points table. Series leader Yangdu has a net total of 14 points, one ahead of defending champion Tech 2 on 15 points, and the two teams couldn't be more different. The Yangdu team of John Woody Winning, Mike Kennedy, and Fang Warren are the oldest in the fleet. Woody, the 2000 JJ Giltinan World Champion, is the oldest at 69 years. Now starting the show is the Comanche story.
The 25th of January 2022, Grenada. The 30.48 meter or 100 foot VPLP design Verdia Maxi Comanche, skippered by Mitch Booth, has achieved the quintuple for the 2022 RORC Transatlantic Race. While 3 boats are still racing under IRC, none of them can beat Comanche's corrected time for the RORC Transatlantic Race trophy. Comanche is also the winner of the IMA Trophy for Monohull Line Honours, IRC Super Zero, and the Yacht Club de France Trophy. Comanche has also set a new monohull race record for the RORC Transatlantic Race of 7 days, 22 hours, 1 minute, 4 seconds, and with it established the fully crewed IRC record corrected time record of 16 days, 0 hours, 12 minutes, 57 seconds. The 2022 RORC Transatlantic Race was a complex challenge with several low-pressure systems disrupting the trade winds. However, 3 teams, all from different IRC classes, produced a thrilling battle for overall victory. Ross Applebay's Oyster 48 Scarlet Oyster was second overall by just over an hour. David Collins's Boatin 52 Tala was third, less than 2 minutes behind Scarlet Oyster after IRC time correction. Comanche's skipper Mitch Booth was delighted to receive confirmation of their overall win for the 2022 RORC Transatlantic Race. For any offshore race, the aim for Comanche is to take monohull line honours and break race records, which we achieved when we crossed the finish line, commented Mitch Booth. Comanche is not optimised for IRC, we just go for speed. So, to win this race overall just ticks every box, which for the owners is just fantastic. They are busy guys with big businesses, but they have followed us every step of the way. Winning the RORC Transatlantic Race trophy shows just how strong and hard the crew have pushed the boat. We never let up. All credit to Scarlet Oyster and Tala, who must have pushed just as hard. For the RORC Transatlantic Race, Comanche had 22 crew from 13 different countries. The most crew from any country was 4 from Russia. Comanche is Russian-owned and the ethos is to bring on Russian sailors, and they have really started to gel into the team, commented Booth. There is a good mix of top dinghy sailors and offshore crew that have done multiple round-the-world races. The experienced crew teach those new to offshore sailing, they show them what it is all about. By the end of this race there were smiles all around. All crew share positions on the boat, this gives everyone the opportunity to learn every role. The Russian crew are very excited to be part of that, and this enthusiasm and excellent teaching works really well. This has been a very special win for Comanche. All credit to the RORC, they have been organizing races for a very long time and we really appreciate such a high level of race management, before, during and after the race. The attention to detail and level of safety is second to none, concluded Booth.
The really windy race, the first race a couple of days ago.
A few days ago, where was it? East, southeasterly.
The first race on the really windy day.
We swam on the way to the start line, ripped the bridle off the back of the boat and tore the trap elastics and had to come in. So that was a bit of a shocker.
Yesterday, absolute what do you call it? Betty Crocker, shocker.
So I guess was the double race day, the windy one. We broke the rig. We broke our rig in race 7.
I went swimmingly yesterday. We had about 4 or 5 swims in the first race.
We got out there and had 2 swims before even getting to the start. Yeah, we came in. We thought otherwise we might damage ourselves a bit more.
Broke a couple of boards, which wasn't so good. Having the DNF the other day.
We had a pretty exciting barrelay and we went in backwards.
Our tack block pulled out of the boat and we tried to fix it. Missed the first race, went out and it broke again.
It was probably when I fell out. Race 1, the hiking strap snapped, so I fell out. We were doing quite well in the race and then I was just swimming for about a minute after the boat with the guy sailing off.
Probably breaking our top batten.
The worst thing was probably in the big wind day when it was all in control. We went to flat water and as we went into the jibe, the gust came through again and just tipped us the wrong way. Probably the same race even, because coming down the last downwind is the fastest we've ever been. 26.4 knots, it's the fastest speed we've ever had on the instrument. Our previous record was 24.3. And it literally was at the point where the bow was going down. I just said to Jane, let the sheet go, let the sheet go. She said, oh, I'm fully eased. I said, no, let the sheet go.
We had a really couple of good days where we got first on handicap, so we did really well. It felt great crossing in front of fluid for a couple of laps. That felt pretty nice.
Just coming together as a crew, a bunch of old mates jumping together and going out and having a good time. That's been the best thing.
The best thing about the racing was that day was fun. We were just ripping, as were all the skiffs out there. It was plenty on, flat water, just smoking. So.
We crossed Kirky a couple of times, which is good.
Who's Kirky?
Guy I used to start with. That's always good to beat him.
Which boat's he on?
Red Pump?
I've learnt the boats are, incredibly wet as the skipper. Never done an event where I've seen so little of the racing.
Okay.
So often you go into the top mark, I have no idea where the top mark is or any other boat.
Keep enough room to jibe into the bottom mark. We had a bit of a run-in with Flano and the boys on NHS in one of the earlier races.
You can never really trust a sou'easter at Belmont. I like the skiff community. They're also chatty.
It's been a really breezy, sort of good wind regatta. There haven't been many light days. So it's been good to sail every day and really get into it.
What we've enjoyed, the regatta's always great. The people in the class are awesome. The competition is fierce.
Enjoying with that, sailing with that sort of competition, with that sort of talent. There's not many fleets in the world that rock or can boast that many gold medalists.
Just in general, the racing with so many good boats out there sailing, you don't often get this sort of close racing here in Australia.
It's wonderful racing against the calibre of sailors that we do. Everyone shares information, everyone comes in with a smile, it's a good atmosphere, and it's attracting incredible talent which keeps everyone honest and keeps everyone enthused.
We really wanted to send the boat downwind, like fast for a few days. And I said, well, why not? Why not? We'll do the Transat and then we'll do the C600. And that's where it started. They're a really solid bunch of lads. I mean, you've got some Volvo guys on there, some real long-distance ocean racers, Dave Sweet, Paul Wilcox, Andy Micklejohn. You know, they're really solid. And then, you know, you got the Handball and the Isle of Wight boys have just worked wonders, you know, logistically, to get the boat ready, to get it all sorted out. Do you know, it's going to sound really sentimental, but sometimes you get a boat or something and you think, just do it justice, for goodness sake, you know. And she's like that. She's a cracking boat. Joy to sail, you know. And you just feel you just got to do your best for it, you know.
And how long have you guys been sailing together for?
I don't sail, I just put their boats together.
I thought you were oh.
You're asking the wrong guy. Here, look at this bloke. What do you call it? Don't call him Jesus, he can't walk on water, although I'm not sure after the others.
My name's Harry Lawson and sailing on Eric's Storage.
Andrew Stevenson on the Addenda.
My name is Jess Isles and I sail on Capital Brewing Co.
My name's Bethany Sherry, I sail on Konami.
I'm Bruce Savage, Red Pumps, Jay and Greg. Greg's the sponsor of the regatta.
Awesome.
Hi, my name's Nathan Outteridge and I'm sailing on the Fluid Building Skiff, sailing with Tom Slingsby and Ian Jensen.
Brendan Crisp from sailing on Lancelin Pacific, and I've got Finn Sprott, a mate of mine from Tasmania, and Tom Koenig from Queensland.
My name is Michael Charles. I sail with Felix and James Lee, and we're sailing with like OV16.
I'm Scott Babbage. I'm the skipper of SK Electrical.
Michael Vincent. I sail on CMG Property Maintenance. Taylor and Ken.
My name's Will Howard. I skip a Contender Sailcloth.
My name's James Turner. I sail on James Co.
I'm Andrew DeBola and our boat is Employment Hero.
Hi, my name's Michael, sail for Sutec Building Consultants.
About 3 months, about a week.
We did 4 days training before we got here.
We've had one sail together.
This will be our first day.
About 2 weeks.
And how's that going?
Not very good. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately our forward hand broke his toes, so we've got Riley filling in for this Nationals.
I think these guys have been sailing for maybe 5 or 6 years, but I only jumped in last week.
This is our first season, so not a whole lot of times. Could almost count it on 2 hands.
This is our 3rd season sailing together.
This is our 2nd season together.
I've been sailing with Nathan for probably 5 years, and this is Alex's 2nd year. We've been sailing together for 4 years. It's been a good 4 years. We've just slowly kind of progressed better and better each year.
My sponsor is Konami, they're a poker machine company.
Our sponsor is Moon and Yachts, they build super yachts in Holland.
Like maybe Ocean Performance, they do wetsuits and everything sort of dinghy and also paddleboard and kayak related.
T-shirts too?
T-shirts too, of course.
SK Electrical is a sponsor, so I think they're one of the biggest electrical sort of companies in Newcastle.
Fluid's a building company, so Clint Bowen, who owns the boat, he has been sailing 16s for a very long time, and he's kindly loaned us the boat for this week.
Oh, he has? That was very nice of him.
Contender Sailcloth. So Contender supply material to a lot of the sail manufacturers within Australia. Provides us with all the cloth we need to go fast and heaps of keen interest in how we're going.
James Co is our sponsor. Yeah, it's a construction business. So I've got a glass and aluminium company. So yeah, we do commercial in high rise in the city.
WeatherTechs.
And what are they?
They're timber, like a perfect naturally made timber. Yeah.
Nice plug. Nice plug.
I think as a crew we get along really well. I think just like any skip, you know, you have your moments.
Let this go.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have sunscreen on me?
You're not going to take stitching off, are you, Goose?
We've been together 3 years.
Yeah, you like that?
4.
Hi, I'm Josh Brown, Technical Director at Preparation Racing. I'm on board the boat in Gosport, Endeavour Quay in Gosport, where we're pretty much now in the middle of our winter refit. Boat came out at the start of December, going back in at the end of February. We're just doing a paint job on the bottom of the boat to make sure it's as smooth and slippery as possible. Preparing for the installation of some new equipment that's coming. And generally, yeah, just taking the boat to pieces and putting it back together again.
Under a minute. Here comes Keegan York flying in the fin port.
I'm not sure that's the right way to
Well,
address
no,
it.
he's got to go the other way, Keegan, but anyway, I'm sure he'll sort himself out. Okay, now Yandu down at the pin. That's interesting. He likes this right-hand side, so he's going to struggle to go right from there.
In the last 10 seconds here.
Also, Lazarus Capital Partners down there. Okay, here we go. Foots are down. 3, 2, 1, go. I think clear.
Wow. I think the committee's been generous.
They're all clear. It's all clear.
Wow. Tech 2 perfect at the boat end. Absolutely.
Very good start, Tech 2.
Absolutely spot on.
Okay, now there's Yandu. Gee, he's going to have to take some sterns if he wants to get to the right.
Yeah.
And that's what oh dear, he's dead and buried, but he's been dead and buried before this year in Yandu, and he's come good, but there's the Lazarus having to take a lot of sterns as well. So definitely a committee boat end there, Andrew.
Yep.
Definitely.
And he's just got to figure out what to do with the square rigger in the background. And
there's a bit of breeze coming in as the sky
so
clears.
just the front edge of a little bit of action here. You'd expect that it would get on the other tack, perhaps up in line with the James Craig, but
Smeg's handily placed as well, just a lure of Tech 2.
and Andu in the mix also.
I think Yandu will lead. There you go, Andrew. Yandu to lead. He'll tack on the bow of Rag and Famish, who'll be second, just ahead of the Lazarus. There's go Yandu. There you go. He's on fire, the old fella. Again, oh, not the greatest attacks.
Not quite on fire, Peter.
No, semi on fire.
Good enough. Smouldering.
Rag second, Lazarus third. And away they go. Downwind. Who's the first to set? Royal Oak will be fourth.
And the Lazarus with no bang on at all.
No, not at all.
Lazarus must have broken their bang, Pete, looking at that.
Looks like it, doesn't it? Anyway, Royal Oak, he's around in fourth spot. Aaron Everett. And then Andu. Oh, look at the Royal Oak. Oh, he's in a ripper. Andu, then Smeg's around. No Spinnakers set yet.
And that tells you how far right the breeze is. Two sailing all the way to the top of the island.
Okay, there the Spinnakers coming out now. Rag and Famish and Yandu. And
I think Tech 2 might attack this a bit, Pete.
1, 2, 3, let's go, boys. There he goes. He will round first. The others are on tight lay lines, Tech 2 and Rag and Famish. Okay, Andu's around. Leads quite well. 15 or so seconds. Tech 2 coming round the bow of Rag and Famish to be second, but as Andu leads, there's Rag and Famish. You'll see Tech 2 being spat out in front of him. There he goes. So he's done a great job. Tech 2, he's come a long way back. He's second.
Round the mark in a good puff. Off we go.
Rag and Famish third. Andu just set the chute.
20 seconds up the margin, Pete.
Okay, not in the greatest of pressure, while the other two behind him have gone with main and jib just to get high.
Yeah, it doesn't usually work.
So the next beat is the mark is the next mark is at Chowder Bay, and they'll beat up into Rose Bay again as the Lazarus goes round in fourth spot. Smeg and Noakes. And they're the leaders. They're approaching the turning mark at Chowder Bay. They've all done it relatively easy with their Spinnakers. No real drama to get round Chowder Head. Andu leads. You're dropping the chute now. That's the lane mark just to the right of her. And barreling down is Tech 2 and Rag and Famish.
I put the mark unexpectedly far into the bay today for some reason.
Okay, Andu's round. Just a couple of boat lengths behind is Tech 2, so this is going to be a good battle upwind. They go back up into Rose Bay, then back down to Taylor Bay. So a big beat now up into Rose Bay, which was the first weather mark. The Rag will be third round. And here comes Yandu with the white chute, just coming up to Lazarus. So quite tight, only a minute between the top five.
Yep.
So anyone's race. Tech 2 will be second. The Rag third.
The Rag.
Oh, bit shaky.
So there's a bit of decision making to do here, Peter. Do you jibe or you go this side?
Oh, Tech 2's got a good gust to try to avoid Lazarus. Gee, Lazarus was the loser there. He sat in the gas probably for too long.
And two not very good tacks.
Yeah, and then he got real squirreled up there as they all going across on port jibe towards Shark Island. Now, what do we got here, Andrew? A VMG run, do you think?
That's how it appears to be shaping up, isn't it? Tech 2 just roll over the top of Rag there. Just finally borrowed a bit of excess air.
Now Tech 2's got a beauty to roll down with, and Andu hasn't got yet. Just coming into it now, Andu.
Yep, a screamer for Tech 2. That'll get him down on the leeward edge, which he will enjoy.
Oh, look. He's doing 2 to 1 of Andu at the moment.
And a header coming by the look of the boat coming upwind.
Now Andu's got it.
Yep. Rag. And the Rag just...
Oh, the Rag just...
run out of pressure.
There's Clark Island in the background. Just Tech 2 just waiting till Andu goes.
Yeah.
You'd think.
No, here they go now.
Oh, okay. Okay, Andu's standing on. Oh, not much pressure there where the Tech 2 boys are.
Yeah, but they're getting back to the puff, Pete.
Yes,
right.
yeah. Andu should be setting up shortly to tack. Wow, he's keep going, Andu.
Well, usual story. One side pays, Pete, and up the middle tends to be difficult.
And don't ride off the Rag and Famish.
No.
He's come into it. He'll get second, I think.
Got the job done. Rag and Famish might be second. But Andu's on high left, Pete. Have a look. Out on screen and out the window.
Yes.
But as usual, Tech 2 is pretty accurate on the ley lines.
He's just pretty accurate all day, hasn't he?
Yeah. Except for the first beat. So we'll find out what went wrong there.
Okay.
We'll relay that information to you next week.
Okay, well, there's Andu. And in the background, Tech 2 left, and in the middle, Rag and Famish who'll get, at the moment, second. Here comes Tech 2 into the finish to win the 7th heat. Tacking now. Tech 2 wins. And here's a good battle for second between Rag and Famish and Andu. Tech 2, Jack McCartney, well done. Another very polished performance leading into the JJs and the Australian Championship. Battle on for second, Rag and Famish. Harry Price, Andu, David Gilmore. Harry Price is going to do it.
And the Rag's going to get there by
Rag and Famish, yeah.
Wow. How about that, eh? 30 seconds, Pete.
Yeah.
Wow, fantastic.
That was a great race.
Yeah.